Hello.
Hello, hello, hello. Alright. Now, our last stream kind of went all wonky on us. So, we're going to the Ermengarde mansion. Rose is calling, was it Isabella? And they're supposed to meet up at this mansion, but she fell a little bit behind. And she was getting onto her, making sure she doesn't get cursed because of the bodies that they found in sofas at one point in time. No, I'm just kidding about that. But anyway, we're going to continue on.
Oh, that? It's just Rose.
The one who trained you.
you.
You're working together again?
Just for this property. We've been scoping out that big mansion down Anselm Village after the renovations.
Right.
Today's sort of its grand opening to the public. The RC wants to give it one last check before we let potential buyers tour it this afternoon.
That's right. Give it that final inspection.
Hold on. Is this the same mansion you've been telling everyone about?
Well, yeah.
Didn't you keep saying how it just gave you the creeps? You actually went there, and you're going back?
Well, I
Brave
did promise
soul.
Rose I wouldn't ditch her. And besides, a job is a job. Gotta do what you gotta do to make a living.
A girl has got to do what a girl has got to do.
What's so funny?
Nothing. It's just that I didn't expect you to say that. Coming from you, it sounds so out of character.
The fact that she's so happy about making a living scares me.
I mean, no offense, but you've been
You think
freaking
that's what
out
the real
ever since
horror
you
in
got
this
assigned
game
to
is?
it.
Say that again?
I said, do you think that's what the real horror in this game is? The fact that she's so happy about making a living?
Probably. I think that's might what it be.
Reality.
I honestly thought you'd back out.
Not all the time. I could really use a huge amount of cash right now, and this is just the fastest way to get it. Plus, listen to this. Briar Realty wants it sold as soon as possible, and the agent who lands the deal is going to get a huge bonus.
And the agent who lands the deal.
They never give
Is
bonuses
that
like
bonus-free
that.
life
Getting
insurance?
that would make life so much easier. They're desperate, I'm desperate, it's perfect.
Everybody's desperate.
Oh, Jess, don't say that. I'm not ready for jumps here.
You know, if you're really in urgent need of money, you could have just asked me.
That's right. You ain't got to risk your life for a creepy mansion.
Or Ashton. We can always let you borrow, and you can pay us back whenever.
Came with a speed if they did.
What a good friend, man. I just need a couple grand, you know, just to get me by for the day. In the years I've known her, I can already tell what to expect once she has that expression. What a
Becca!
I've noticed that you've been living off instant noodles these past few weeks.
Oh, that look again. Time to
And
get
the
some
way
money.
The way she keeps asking for money. What a friend.
I know, right?
Me guilt trip you into giving me all y'all damn money. Money now, bitches.
It's so relaxing, this game is. Okay.
She crosses her arms and grimaces at the thought. Her voice slightly raises as she begins to scold me. Instantly, I'm reminded why Becca excels at teaching boisterous teenagers.
Stop
Christian
eating
kids are
junk.
amazing.
Yeah,
They're
might as
cheap, but
well.
they're not good for you.
What,
Okay.
teenagers? Sorry.
This horror game is not doing anything for my scariness right now.
You'll definitely end up in the hospital
That's
if you
how-
keep at it.
That's how it always starts.
It always starts out nice.
Ooh, I eat other...
Oh, okay, here's the first.
Not just junk food, I eat other things too. Or,
Ooh,
you're not my
She's gonna
mom.
treat you like a teenager, so you should act like you're not my mom.
Negative, negative, negative. I gotta think about this. I eat other things too.
Well, what's the vote, everybody?
Well, yeah, what is the vote, everybody? What are we saying?
You're not my mom, because
Yeah.
that's total teenage thing to say.
Exactly.
right,
what I
yeah.
think. You're not my mom.
All right,
Yeah.
you're not my mom. I purse my lips together and roll my eyes at her.
I know for a fact that Naruto grew up to be a really strong Hokage off ramen noodles. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm not entirely sure how I feel whenever she goes on her mother hen mode.
Wow.
She means
Gotta go.
well. I'm glad someone's looking out for me, especially with my family living on the other side of the globe. But Becca's bossy attitude can be such a pain at times. She's more overbearing than Mama, and that's already says a lot.
You're not my mom.
Ooh.
I didn't say I am.
Nope, but you're acting like one. You don't need to boss me around all the time.
Ooh, don't get snooty. She gives me a completely unimpressed look, like a mom.
Oh.
Immediately, I brace myself for another round of reprimands from her.
I'm not bossing you around. I'm just telling you to at least mind what you're eating. Remember what happened last year?
Yeah.
You ended up bedridden for 2 weeks after eating something bad, and I ended up having to listen to you cry about how those absences would take a huge chunk out of your paycheck.
Well, that's because you recommended the restaurant and they served bad sushi. I can't. What if she actually says something like that?
Do you want that to happen again?
That'd be hilarious.
No, Mom.
Oh,
Oh,
nah.
oh.
Nah, lame. You got points deducted, Isabella. You're first to die. Only a loud, frustrated sigh comes from her while she pinches the bridge of her nose, likely to help ease a headache starting to form. I bite my lip to keep myself from laughing out loud at the image she makes, expecting her to say more. But when at least she looks up, she's simply carrying a resigned expression on her face. Wait. Oh, sorry. I'm looking over here and I thought I saw a face. I'm looking for creepy stuff and it's not
I'm
happening.
serious.
Sounds like everything.
Gotta work into it. Gotta ease into it.
Not my mom, Rebecca.
Maria Isabella Grace.
Ooh, Grace. I shut my mouth after that, as if my name summoned some sort of obedience within me. I'm like, oh gosh, my entire name. Please no. Although I know she's not really angry, I don't want to push it.
Wow.
An angry Becca isn't someone I'd like to cross paths with in my
Doesn't
lifetime.
sound like very good friends.
I know, right? It's like,
A lot of hate
It
going
really
on.
does. It really does sound like her mother.
it
I
really
mean,
does.
It does.
I've seen it happen, and it isn't pretty. It
Yeah,
wasn't
I'll
pretty.
stop.
Well, yeah, it's even worse when they say every other person's full name before they get to your full name.
Oh yeah.
And you're like, oh man, I'm in real big trouble now.
I grumble, but she doesn't seem to care much, only giving me a small acknowledging nod.
Good.
Oh yeah, she said the full name, Jess. We saw it. We witnessed it. We were here for that.
Look, if you need anything, tell me, and I'll help in any way I can.
You just said that. You don't gotta reiterate. I'm not deaf.
You don't have to do this alone.
Well, then come with me.
Thanks, Becca. I really appreciate it, but you don't need to keep babying me. You've been taking care of me
Maybe
since
she
after
tells
I
her mommy
moved
on
here.
screen.
You
Maybe
have to
that's
take a
why.
break sometime.
Hmm.
And before you ask again, no. You know I'm not a fan of
I'm
borrowing
guessing if we
money.
had chosen the other option, the conversation would have went.
Yeah, probably would have went differently, just a little bit. Hold on a second, guys. Give me 1 second. I want to turn you guys up just a tad bit. You're a little cold.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. It's on my end. There we go.
Well, we can definitely.
And I'm
speak
not
up
going
if
to
we
ask
need
you to give me what you earned
Just a
hard
little
for
bit.
yourself.
Yell in your ear if you want.
Okay.
I think it's also this.
Sounds like
Okay.
a plan.
I also turned down that blasted music. There we go. That should be better.
Ah, you and your pride. But suit yourself.
Please don't call me by my full name. That's where your reaction when my teacher calls me. You don't have the authority to call me that, Teach. Back down. That's what you have to tell him.
The offer stays on the table, though.
That means I got free money on the table. I nod in response, knowing I'm going to get a lot of ramen after this. If only to get her to drop the topic. But I'm pretty certain I will never take that offer. Ever. It has nothing to do with pride. It's
It's everything to do
simply...
with ramen.
It has everything to do with ramen. I've simply seen plenty of times how friendships can take a turn for the worse just because of a few unpaid debts. I mean, look, Rose and Robert get along just fine.
Huh.
No, Kaiser. Improvisation was never part of the plan.
You will not. Where's my money, Robert? I want it right now. There's no good relationship there.
Oh, Jess, the music's not too quiet now, is it? I just want to make sure. I don't want something like that to happen between me and Becca. Oh, here we go. Backlog.
Oh, wow.
All right. So it actually gives me a transcript of what I said. Nice. Okay, that's cool. I didn't know that.
Like we really wanted a transcript.
Oh, I know. Isn't that coincidence, Jessica? The PvP event starts exactly the same day I do my stream.
Oh, Jessica, are you going to get him? Can't wait to see that.
Oh, yeah. As you went down.
Perfect time for the revenge for the cage.
We may argue about a lot of small petty things, but me getting killed by Jessica's not one. Oh, sorry. But she already feels like a real sister to me.
Something on your mind, Kaiser?
No, nothing's on my mind. I don't want to lose that friendship over something so trivial. Becca's movements when she takes a quick glance at something behind me snaps me out of my thoughts.
Well, enough chit-chat. Lunch is ending, and my students will be back any minute.
You wasted my entire lunch to mother hen me? Oh, not cool, Becca.
We can catch up later.
Is she
Good luck
just
with your
worried about what we
clients.
ate?
You better treat us to lunch
know,
or
right?
something if you get that sale.
Wait, treat you to lunch? You wasted my lunch. You better be treating me. You said the money was on the table. You take me out to eat now. I do sis that we
You bet.
He sealed his.
I didn't. The only thing I sealed that day was when you infiltrated Kaiser's magnificent base to wreak havoc, and I caught you red-handed with Mike the liar looking right at you, reading your list of sins. That's what it was.
He looked right at you. He had you.
Notice it was a liar.
Yeah, Mike the liar. With a small smile, she returns to her desk and begins shifting through the pages of a rather thick history book.
Yeah, and thanks to you, Kaiser, she thought she doubted me for a minute, thinking that I didn't give her permissions.
Oh no, you gave her permissions.
But just
I stripped those bad boys and put her in a cage. Girls shall unite.
Time to die.
She's probably working on next week's lessons plans. What is she's thinking? Her eyes are distant as she doesn't seem too attentive at whatever's on the page, as how all teachers grade their papers. Oh, I thought that was somebody here that was coughing. As if she heard my thoughts, Becca starts coughing heavily. Her hand hastily goes to her mouth to stifle the sounds. Ah, this is precisely why I followed her here. For someone who makes a habit of worrying about other people, Becca sure forgets how to take care of herself.
Hey,
Oh,
you sure
that's
you can
so
manage on your own?
sweet, homie.
I mean, you're still a bit feverish.
Your cheeks are blush.
Hush, dear. Don't you worry about me.
Wait, did her accent change or did she get stuffier?
I'll just
She's
drink some
asking your
medicine
mother
and
if
I'll
she
be
can,
right as rain.
Manage on her own. That's kind of weird.
Yeah. I level her with a flat look. She has had a cold for a couple of days now. Something about a strange weather not agreeing with her lately. And despite my advice to take the week off and rest, I found her apartment empty when I dropped by this morning. She even left the medicine her doctor prescribed. How careless. Oop. Excuse me. Excuse me. Look who's being stubborn now.
I don't know if that's
You shouldn't
stubborn.
even
I
be
think that's
working
good.
right now.
We won't say what that is.
Whoopsies. You shouldn't even be working right now.
Seriously, you big baby.
She's
I'll
gonna
be
get
fine.
Everybody in her class
For
sick.
now, just go to
Spreading her
work and
cold
stop
germs
making
while
that
she's got a
Rose
fever
girl
all
wait
her
for you.
things. That's reckless.
We don't talk about Bruno.
We got, let's see here. You got an F for fever. You get a C for cold. That's what it is.
I'll call you if I still feel bad, and you can come pick me up if it makes you feel any better.
She offers me a reassuring smile, and I can only sigh. Why do I even bother? There's no stopping her once she's decided to do something. Oh. That was surprising. Defeated, I reach inside my bag and pull out the same bottle of medicine she left earlier. She looks at it warily when I place it in front of her. Unfortunately for her, this is one thing I'm not letting her have her way.
All right, but don't forget what the doctor said. Drink this on time. I'll see you later, okay?
That's an amused gleam in her eyes. Wait, is that? Yeah, amused gleam in her eyes when she shifts them back to me.
Look who's playing the mother hen now.
Wait, if she's a teacher,
Look, he's playing with
is she the student?
Rebecca!
She's a teacher.
Okay, okay. I won't tease anymore.
Oh, okay.
Because she knew that her friend had a cold, but she stopped by her house to check on her, and she wasn't there.
For a second there, I thought the younger one was a
She realized that she
student.
left the cold medicine at home
Ah, okay.
and wanted to go and make sure her friend was okay. And doing
I'll
what
make
she-
sure to drink
Clever.
it, Mom.
Clarified.
Good friend should.
Exactly.
That's right. See, now she's poking fun back with the mom thing. How many times have those birds flown by the window here? Before I could retort, she casts another look at the clock.
That they're on an infinite loop.
They're looped. I take I take that as a sign to finally end the conversation.
Here they come again.
Oh no! It's migration season with a
They're
small
an
wave.
illusion. Just an illusion created by Career Man.
Oh look, they're coming again.
An illusion created by Career
Hey,
Man.
that one bird is like way bigger than the rest, so I'm a bit concerned.
Oh look, there they are again. They're going across town.
Yeah.
Oh snap! I hail a passing taxi to take me to the property as soon as I leave the school grounds. The mansion is some ways out the countryside, but I don't have trouble giving the driver directions. Wait, I recognize that music. Apparently everyone in Luxembourg City knows of it, including every bit of rumors surrounding the place. In fact, the mention of its name is enough for locals to give you cautious sidelong glances, like, ooh, you're going to that place. Or they'd be like, ooh, you're going to that place?
Or could we? Why would you go there?
You're going to that place?
Are you crazy?
I guess context.
Are you?
I know, right?
Have you lost your ever-loving mind?
Context and tone is everything on that one. it could take you from going to a creepy mansion to a not so pleasing area. I learned that the hard way the first time I commuted there, and if only boosted my belief that there's something more in the house. To the house.
I guarantee you half the people in the city were like, ooh, you're going to the haunted mansion.
That's
I want
right.
to come.
Even the news of it being renovated and placed back up on the market has caused quite a stir. Thankfully, it died down a few weeks later. The place would have become a lot harder to sell otherwise. I avert my eyes from the window once the buildings shrink into the distance. I don't see nothing shrinking. We get a glimpse of the countryside soon, although a quick glance at my watch tells me that we're still a few minutes away from our destination. Career day man's coming. Might as well get some work done. Rose did ask me to review the mansion's documents. I already looked them over last night, but you never know. Things may go wrong.
Alright, Robert, don't fuck this one up. Rose is watching.
I'll try not to. Rose is watching. Oh gosh, she is watching.
Life
This-
has a way of messing things up like that.
Life does have a way. And life finds a way. Ooh. I almost felt that vibration. Halfway through the reading the papers, my phone rings again. I pick it up without looking, neatly tucking it between my ear and shoulder. It's probably just Rose again anyways.
Rose?
Guess again.
Uh-oh. That voice.
Ash.
Bingo.
Hey, what's up?
Just checking if you're still cool later this evening.
You mean that thing with Zach?
Yeah. He even called in the middle of the night just to remind me.
No, don't worry. I didn't
Hey, it's
forget.
Ash
I'll
Hole.
be there.
Cool. I'll see you later. What time do you get off?
Whenever I feel like it, Ash.
Around 6 p.m.? I don't know.
That's cue for leave me alone.
It's the first day of the Ermengarde Mansion's open house, and we're
I did see
expecting
that.
quite a number of potential buyers. I'll be booked the whole afternoon.
Oh, nice.
Ermengarde Mansion?
You know, the big Jacobean mansion at Anselm Village? I'm on my way there right now, actually.
On your own?
Yeah, well, Rose is already there, but yeah.
I see. Looks like the scaredy cat finally toughened up.
Shut up!
Ash chuckles, and I can't help but roll my eyes upon hearing it, as if he could see me.
I'll see you later. Drop me a call when you're done. I'll see if I can pick you up.
His name is his full name Ash Hole? Really?
I wasn't joking.
You weren't joking. I thought you were joking.
How did you know that, D? You're like a PSP or whatever.
Either that,
Psychic.
or she named him Ashhole.
Possibly. It was probably just Ash to begin with, and it changed to Ash Hole.
Ashhole on the
Whatever.
phone screen.
Bye!
True.
Stupid Ash Hole. Always teasing me whenever he sees a chance.
Oh,
Hey, Jess, we are glad that you suggested this one. It's pretty fun so far. It's definitely worth the buy.
we're botching it horribly.
Yeah, we're gonna make this game seem ridiculous.
It's the Ermengarde Mansion.
And that's how you review shit. Booyah.
It takes a few more minutes until I finally reach the infamous mansion.
Oh, look, you got a backlog again.
Did I see the cat in the chat? No, I didn't see the cat in the chat. There's a cat in the chat? Where?
What? Cat in the chat.
I have to admit, the entire property does look wonderful from the outside. It kind of does. Except for that deathly wind blowing through. Yet, despite all of it, it does nothing to hide the something is just wrong. You know, kind of like
Nice.
that wrong feeling you get when you run out of toilet paper and there's only a shower curtain. That's the surrounding area is unusually silent, and only of the rustling of the leaves can be heard as the occasional breeze passes.
I mean, look at that house, though.
Kaiser, you
so
seriously
nice.
just use that reference. I guarantee you nobody is going to figure out where that was from.
Nobody's gonna know.
Nobody's going to know. They're just going to think you're gross.
No, you'd be surprised. It's a good reference. It's a good song.
It is. Hilarious.
While Anselm Village is just a few miles away, everybody keeps their distance on purpose. Perhaps out of fear, the horror of falling under the mansion's curse, or maybe perhaps the fear of the mansion falling on top of them. Who knows? The thing is
did you see
400
red-
years old.
Did you see red, like, you know, like...
Damn,
high
for
heels?
400
Oh,
years
I
old.
thought you said you saw it.
I thought there were red sparkly high heels anywhere. You know, you said the mansion fell on him. Now I'm thinking Wicked Witch of the West.
The best looking houses I've ever seen that's 400 years old.
It really is. Somehow it makes me feel sad. The lack of immediate human presence just makes this place all the more eerie than it has any right to be.
Yeah,
That's
you gotta
probably
wear-
where that's probably where Belle and Beast went to
Belle
escape
and
the
Beast.
revolution.
That's what it was.
We figured
You
it
know,
out. No, the game's over. We've done
Couldn't
it
she
all.
use this? Couldn't she use this description for any empty house? The lack
I mean,
of people here is just absurd. Well, yeah, it's empty. If it's uncanny in broad daylight, I can't imagine how this place looks at night.
You planning to go inside that place, Missy?
Oh, yes. Oh, I mean, the voice nearly makes me jump out of my skin. Without completely taking my eyes away from the house, I give the driver a confused nod. A beat passes while I wait for him to say more. His only answer is a non-committal hum. It is a beautiful house. It kind of is. Belatedly, it occurs to me that he must have been waiting for my payment. I mentally slap myself for spacing out and promptly hand him the fare with an apologetic look, and I stiff him on the tip.
Right, it's different.
I expected him to leave as soon as I've paid, but there's a hesitant expression on him, as if something hasn't been said yet. He's like, "Would you like me to stick around, Missy?"
Is there something wrong?
Look, Missy, I'm sure you've heard what the people are telling everyone about that place. Nobody likes to be disturbed when they're at peace, and I'm pretty sure whatever they say is in that house. Doesn't want to either. I admit they did a good job fixing it up, but there must have been a reason why even distant relatives of the family who used to own the house never lived in there despite inheriting it. No wonder they wanted to get rid of it.
Maybe they just didn't like it?
Yeah, it's old. It's
You
dirt.
never know.
Property tax? Insane. He drives off after, but what he said has left a foreboding feeling in my gut. When Matt gets a jump scare sooner than you guys. I breathe out a heavy sigh as I approach the house. After hearing enough of the rumors, I suppose I should have expected the conversation to take that turn. But I'm already here. Backing out is completely out of the question. It's not like I had any choice anyways. If I want to get that bonus and commission one way or another, I've got to sell this property. The
They
door
just
is
want their
ajar.
money.
What's that?
They just want their damn money.
They just want their money. That's what it is. Just give me that payday.
Ramen without donuts.
You can't buy the ramen.
Yeah,
door-
that Roush is precious.
I don't understand why this thing wouldn't sell in the days market. I mean, this is like, you could probably sell this for
Heck yeah, you could find some crazy millionaire out there who wants to buy a haunted house. It'd be nice. The door is ajar. I think the haunting would actually be a selling point for the house. People would be like, oh man, tourist attraction.
Reminds me of that Super Bowl commercial.
Yeah, the one with Seth Rogen.
He's married to her. Oh gosh.
Yeah.
That was hilarious.
That was great. The door is ajar when I get to it. However, while on my own copy of the key dangling uselessly in my hand, Rose must have left it open when she arrived. Get out of the house and grab the money.
Oh, Rose. That is so like Rose.
That is like Rose, leaving doors open.
Hey now.
That's
Knock
weird.
on Rose.
That's weird.
She's probably wrong.
We may be the only people here this early, but I've never known her as someone careless. See, I can't even read
See,
tonight.
exactly. Rose isn't careless.
Well, apparently she was here.
Even she knows.
Ba-da-doom.
Hey. There's
Ooh.
just evil ghosts in here.
Entering what greets me inside leaves me gaping. Oh, mouth gaping. They've.
What other kind of gaping did you think of, Kaiser? I'm a bit concerned.
They've. Shush, it's late. They've cleaned every corner, waxed the floor, dusted the antiques, searched every nook and cranny, and crevice,
Every nook and cranny.
nook and cranny, and made it spick and span.
Spick and span. Spick
All
and
for the
span.
sake of making the mansion more enticing to the modern day lords and ladies.
Oh, look, it is Beast and Bill on the top of the stairway.
It is, isn't
Yeah.
it?
It's a mansion.
Everything.
Where's the candelabra? I'm looking for it, guys. Lumiere's somewhere around here.
Hey, he might, he doesn't say be our guest. We gotta go to the attic, remember? She goes up quite a few sets of stairs up to an attic.
Be
Remember?
our death. Be our death.
Common stairs.
But no matter how hard they try, the mansion still looks as soulless as ever. That's
Because
mean.
it's a house.
That's mean.
It doesn't have a soul.
Wait, there's no breeze, but the chandelier swinging. All right, get the EMF reader. We're switching.
Sorry, it's only level 2.
Only level
We need
2.
a level 5. We gotta move the stairs.
as though it's going to eat you alive. If you ask me, they should have just listened to what other people have been telling them.
We gotta find the dungeon.
I'm not chewy.
You know,
I'm really tough. I don't need this. I don't need to be eaten alive.
some things in this
Hey,
world
you're
are better
chewy,
left
I'm
alone.
gaming, so it works. you know?
Never to be disturbed ever again.
Rose?
I have too much fat on me. Nobody likes me. Not enough meat.
Man, she is scaring the crap out of herself.
Yeah, she is, ain't she? Like her, she has an overactive imagination.
Rose,
It
I'm
really
here.
has.
Maybe
Where are
maybe
you?
The game should be called Isabella's Overactive Imagination.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Is this where the grudge comes down the stairs?
I don't know. Let's see.
Ooh, that'd be great.
My voice echoes softly throughout the hallways. Silence. Who am I kidding? In a place this big, I don't think she'll ever hear me, no matter how deafening the silence is. She could be all the way on the other side of the property for all I know. I quickly reach for my phone and dial her number, and I hang up.
The number you have dialed has
Because she's a
not been
bitch. That's why
recognized.
she hung up.
Please check and try again.
The number you were trying is
Oh,
not
wait for an answer.
Speak of the devil.
What do you mean has not been recognized? We were just talking a while ago. It's not like she was eaten by the house, right? Right?
Really blocked you.
Or
She blocked you.
Or maybe she blocked her. Or maybe the ghost did hear us talking and spirited her away, right? Right? No. Isabella, don't be ridiculous.
now she's talking to herself.
For the first sign of being crazy. She probably she just wandered deeper into the house and lost signal or something. Yeah, that's it. I dial her number again, hoping the call will connect this time.
The number you have dialed has not been recognized. Please check and try again.
Ooh,
Should we be expecting something?
but to no avail.
Grabs eyes, grab pillow to her face.
Oh boy.
Should I be like prepared?
I have a very bad feeling about this. All right, here we go, guys.
Rose, if you can hear me, please come out.
Oh, that's D-Roy's line.
I have a bad feeling about
Come on, Rose. This isn't funny. You know this place gives me the creeps.
I ain't afraid of ghosts. I'm a super visitor.
Hey,
No
you ain't
answer.
afraid of no ghost?
This isn't going to work. The place is
Are
big.
you a ghostbuster?
She could be anywhere.
Popcorn for this.
I need to start looking for her. I take a deep breath before venturing deeper into the mansion.
Wonder if she broke us.
Taking a couple of steps forward, I notice something move above the grand stair. Did I notice something move?
What the hell?
I didn't see
Rose? Rose, is that you?
She's imagining stuff.
There's nothing.
I was so busy reading the text, I didn't look up.
Not funny. I'm leaving you if you
Unless
don't
we
come
all-
out.
Dang it.
Maybe we all missed it.
Maybe we missed it.
Not
Wait,
coming
I didn't
out,
say
huh?
anything.
Fine. I'm
Like, I
going.
know I'm enjoying a drink, but like I shouldn't have missed that.
Here we go. Hold on, let's see what happens. Okay, that's a lie.
A drink.
She's my friend. I can't really leave now until I know she's all right.
The stained glass window got a little darker. That's about it.
Growing desperate, I try to contact her number again. Come on. Please give me something. Big bucks, no whammies. Finally.
Hello? Hello? Rose, I'm here at the mansion.
7 days.
7 days.
We're just going through all the movies.
No, you did wrong. It's supposed to be 70.
Where the hell are you?
Ooh.
We'll have the one missed call.
She doesn't respond. There's only heavy static coming from the other side. I sincerely hope it doesn't get cut off again before I can get an answer from her.
Rose, come on.
Me too, because
Where
we
are
need to
you?
know.
Every time you hear great noises coming through.
A few moments pass until the static eventually starts to quiet down.
I'm sick.
Ugh.
What? The attic? Why?
Did you hear the grudge noises?
Oh no, I didn't.
There's grudge noises
I
on the
was
phone.
right.
Oh gosh.
Wow, really, you called it. What's up with how we calling all this?
Man, do I really need to go there?
When they do take like
I was just
every
being funny because
horror movie in existence and
Oh
combine
god.
Doesn't you want to hang out in the attic?
I don't know, man. That audio thing really kind of sent shivers down my spine a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
I was just being funny about the attic too. I was saying because Belle goes up all those stairs in the castle.
All right, with how deep the mansion in the attic is, that's barely any signal here. No wonder I can't contact her. But why is she there? Out of all the places, she has to make me go fetch her in the creepiest room of this place. Is she doing this to get back at me for being late? Whatever. I'm just kidding.
She's
The
totally
sooner I
getting
meet as if that wasn't creepy enough and you hear the grudge noises. Come on. The sooner I meet up with her, the sooner I'll feel better about being here. I carefully make my way up the staircase. Here we go, guys. Here we go.
Little does she know, at the top of the staircase, an evil monster's waiting to eat her brains.
My legs wobble as I mentally curse the fact that I've chosen real estate instead of picking a career that doesn't involve strange abandoned houses. Upon reaching the top, the grand hallway greets me. Ooh. It branches out to two major wings out of the mansion, the east wing and the west wing. There are two attics here on each side, but the east one has been converted to a storage room of sorts, and somehow I find it least likely for Rose to wander there herself. Besides,
Wow.
she never did like going into stuffy storage rooms. Yeah, you know what? That got me for a second there, Jess. That noise. I'm all about the sound design. That noise really got me. So I head towards the west wing first, where a simple wooden door at the end of the hall opens to a small room.
Damn. I
Inside
want to
is
live in a house with two fucking attics.
You know, with the curtains,
We're
and
not to the other one because we can't see.
curtains and the candelabras and the chandeliers, she could strip this house and make a lot of money.
she could, man. Inside is another set of steps leading to the second attic.
Well, the first attic wasn't good enough, you know, so they need a second attic to like hide their problems. And you put all your junk in there.
And tone you guys down a bit for this next part.
Ah.
Yeah. Here we go.
Oh,
Thank God it's still daytime. If it wasn't for the light streaming through the door behind me, I might easily stumble and fall. With how old this place is, there are no light fixtures to illuminate the cramped passage up. Why they don't bother to add one here when they renovated escapes me. Sheesh. They did it with the rest of the house. Oop, hit the backlog again, sorry.
That's where it's haunted.
A small bedroom welcomes me at the end. It looks exactly as it did.
Nick.
What the heck? That sound, man. It looks exactly as it did since the last time I've been here. Full of dust, worn out and faded by time. It says Dobby was here. Odd, I thought they cleaned everything. Did the crew miss this room? Ugh.
What?
Cleanliness
What?
is the least of my concerns right now. The more pressing matter is Rose.
Maybe.
She's not here. Was I dreaming when I talked to her a while ago? Did I mishear her? No. Couldn't have been a dream.
Storage attic.
After all, the creepy ambiance of the estate is doing such a remarkable job of making sure I stay alert and awake. And I'm sure she said she's here. Is this a prank? Or maybe the phone call was Rose's last message to me before the curse got her. Dang, man. She is really hyperactive, ain't she?
Oh, yeah.
Ugh. Shut up, brain. You're not helping. Don't make this scarier than it already is. But if she's not here, then where is she? What are you guys' thoughts?
I still think she's shoved in a storage closet somewhere.
You think she's in a storage closet? What do you think?
I think it was the gardener.
The gardener.
I don't think she actually talked to Rose. I think she talked to it.
It.
Dun, dun,
I
dun.
think I
Hey,
agree with
hey,
you, Roy. I
D-Roy.
don't think it's Rose.
D-Roy, wrong franchise.
It is a
Clearly not
horror
the-
game.
Clearly not the clown. At least I hope the clown's on it. I don't like
Oh
it.
god, I hope
no.
not.
Oh, shit.
Go down with that fight.
My butt is hiding prepared. What the hell was that? That's it. I can't do this anymore. I'm leaving. We must have angered the spirits living here. I knew disturbing this mansion was a bad idea, Chucky Finster. Right from the very start. But
Think
nobody
so.
listened.
But Chucky.
Be realistic, they said. They think I'm cuckoo because I believe in curses and ghosts and all that. Me and my outlandish backwater country beliefs. I've always strived to be a model employee, but not this time. No. I'm turning back for the sake of my sanity.
That's right.
Oh yeah, she might need some pills.
Sanity pills.
Put her back,
What?
bitch. Put those heels to the floor and get the fuck out of Dodge.
Don't run away, Mr. Smithers with clockwork devices in the
Briar Realty can find another agent who's more realistic to tour people around this haunted house. Before leaving, I take one last look at the gloomy old room. Just to check.
Huh? What's this?
Ooh. My
Now,
worries about Rose's whereabouts must have caused me to miss this when I first entered the room. But there's clearly something on the floor. It looks like...
A letter?
Oh no.
Uh-oh. They've mentioned the name of the game in the game. Here we go.
This is where it all starts happening.
Lying on the ground just a couple of inches away from my feet. Out of sheer curiosity, I lean down and pick it up.
What's it say?
Strange. I don't recall seeing this the last time I was here. A few days back, me and a few other agents inspected the mansion to prepare for today. I had been the last to look inside the attic and leave, and this certainly hadn't been here before. Someone must have left this in the room since then. Did Rose leave this for me?
Yeah,
Was
it's
she-
definitely Rose.
Oh yeah. Was she here a while ago? Maybe. I couldn't have missed her though, could I? There's only one set of stairs leading to the attic. The letter isn't exactly in pristine condition. In fact, it looks rather ancient. The paper is so thin and rough, I'm worried it'll fall apart if I so much as even touch it. But with great care.
The mummy made into a game.
You are the father. But with great care, I open it, and what I read shakes me to my core.
You are.
What? Oh my
That's
God.
the scariest things you could find.
Help me. Help me, help me, help me, help me. Nothing but the words help me fills the page. All of it seemingly written in a crimson-shaped pen.
Is that
Or
a crimson
blood.
pen or is that blood?
I
Well,
gulp.
if it's ancient, it'd be brown, not red. anyway.
That is true. That is true.
Speaking, it would be brown because it's oxidated blood.
The same phrases just goes on until send this to 5 people or else.
Now we got chainmail.
Chainmail.
Not only is the ghost writing in her, writing in blood, they're also
7
wanting to
days.
do chainmail.
Chainmail.
7 days. 5
Send this
people.
to 5 people or else.
And a piece of
And if
paper.
you don't, you will die.
Here we go.
Or else what?
Exactly. You leave to your
Or
imagination.
else what?
That chain fucking mail.
As quickly as I can, I scan the back of the paper.
How's she gonna send the same letter to 5 people?
Nobody reads letters nowadays. As quickly as I can, I scan the back of the paper and peek into the envelope to make sure I'm not missing out on a second page.
I'm
But
just
there's-
glad it didn't say that they were trying to reach us about our car's extended warranty.
No. Oh, please, no.
My hands tremble as dread creeps over me. The room is suddenly getting colder. I need to get out of here. Folding the paper in half, the sight that greets me next has me frozen on the spot. Oh shit! Folding the paper in half, the sight that greets me next has a pair of blood-soaked feet enters my field of vision, covered in gaping wounds with skin eaten away to reveal flesh, bone, and all matter of things one isn't meant to see. It's too much. All of it is just too much. I want to cry for help, but the words catch in my throat. Even my feet won't move, completely paralyzed out of terror. Lord, please help me. Alright, dang it. Guys, I want to be brave. I'm looking. What do you guys think? Look. We're looking?
Look at it so you can see how much seasoning those feet need.
I need to face it. Whatever these feet belong to, I need to face it. And if I'm going to die, if they're going to kill me, at least I'll know what my killer looks like.
Rose just has a skin condition. She's being melodramatic.
Yeah, she just took her socks off so they could breathe.
A cold comfort. So with a deep breath, I summon every ounce of my courage I have left in me, and I shift my gaze upwards. Oh shit. God damn. Oh.
Please, don't hurt me.
Ugh, creepy smile.
Oh wow, that
Oh, that was.
Rose, you had a makeover.
oh god. Without thinking, I scramble towards the door. I struggle to open it, but it won't budge.
Stay
Oh,
away.
her smile,
Go
though.
away. Please, Lord, make it go away.
Why now? Why won't it open now? My heart sinks as reality draws in. I'm locked in with that thing.
Let me out.
Certainly a really believing person you
Lord,
find.
please, let me out.
It slowly approaches me as if I wrench the doorknob violently back and forth. Oh god. Oh shit, no. Whoops. Oh, whew, okay.
Oh, fuck. Coming.
God damn. The door finally swings open and I couldn't have been happier.
Because you're accidentally clicking off the game.
Oh, that was anticlimactic.
Wasting no time, I leap out the door and I don't look back.
Right, bitch. Don't look
Mike's
back.
attic room is now a horrible, beat up piece of junk.
My feet pound against the floor in rhythm with the loud, fast beating of my own heart. But by the time I run past the hallway, I find myself atop a grand staircase. My chest feels so tight, it's going to burst. But that's nothing compared to the feeling of hope the sight of the exit gives me. Racing down the stairs, a breathy laugh escapes me and my shoe slips and I find myself falling. Classic horror trope. You trip over the air. Yep.
Yep. Go down the stairs, break your neck, and then you know more.
Oh, pain racks the body. Here we go. Oh, my head grows fuzzy and my vision dims as I fight to stay conscious.
Go.
It's just Rose not wanting to sell a commission in a costume using string, wires, and duct tape. Just ask.
Oh, hey, I'm so glad Mr. Reed is here.
The last thing I see are those feet before all I know is darkness.
Them feet need more seasoning. If we're gonna cook those things up right,
Oh,
more seasoning.
oh snap.
It's all about the feet. Delicious.
I don't know. That kind of got my heart racing there for a minute, guys. Especially when I accidentally clicked off the game.
Yeah.
A buzz breaks the silence. I start to rouse, pulled into consciousness against my own will. I've never felt this tired before. I just want to sleep, but the incessant buzzing, poking, and prodding isn't letting me. My old mattress may not be the comfiest of places, but that doesn't make me any more eager to wake up. Oh, yes.
5 more minutes, Becca.
I swat away at what is nudging persistently at my side. Can't I just get a few extra minutes of sleep today? I promise I'll work hard once I'm up. A hand lightly taps my cheek and something cold is suddenly being pressed at the back of my head. The icy sensation slowly spreads throughout the area, giving me an uncomfortable feeling.
I'm concerned about what just got pressed against her.
Oh dear, is she alright?
Ice pack for her hitting her head.
Yeah, sure it is. That's just what they
Oh,
want you
gosh.
to think.
Yeah, Jess, I bet Spider would open that door like in 3 seconds by passing that Z button.
Yeah, what would I open so fucking fast?
I'd have gave her the letter.
You would have gave her the one down.
Like, thanks. bye.
Seriously, what happens if Samara watches her own video?
Exactly.
Like, here, bitch, take your thing.
The fog immediately lifts from my mind, and the moment I recognize the voice, my eyes snap open. They're looking down at me. Oh, there looking down at me is Rose. Another woman loiters behind her, but my attention is too focused on my co-agent to even ask why there's someone else with her. Rose paused.
It is Rose. She wants all the commission to herself.
That's what it is. She tried to offer. Rose's posture just screams worry, although she's keeping a straight face, or trying at least. I can't help but feel bad for making her fret. A wave of dizziness washes over me as I try to get up, forcing me to lie back down again. Luckily, the feeling subsides after a few seconds, until only a mild throbbing somewhere at the back of my head remains. With a little assurance from Rose, I push myself upright. She hands me the ice pack and gestures for me to press it to where I suspect a small bump has already formed, if the light ache in the area indicates
All right,
anything.
Isabella, where are we?
The Ermengarde mansion. Why? Ow, my head.
And the date today?
October 21st? Rose.
Last one. Can you count to 15 in reverse order?
15, 14, 13, 12 teen. No, that's wrong. Why are we doing this?
She's just checking if your injury is in any way serious.
Yes, because counting always tells us that. It's impossible to overlook her with that way she towers over us. She must be a tall lady. And here I thought Rose is already tall.
Oh, it's Lady Demetrius or whatever.
Demetrice, yeah. Who is she anyways? One of the remaining cleaning crews? But with how primely dressed she is, I don't think anyone would have cleaned in a suit. An expensive suit at that. The gloves alone must have already cost a fortune. Her eyes slowly shift between me and Rose, considering us with an almost unreadable expression before finally fixing a sharp gaze upon me. I can't help but fold my arms prospectively over myself as she does so. She may be far from a cleaning crew, but she certainly looks like our supervisor during evaluation.
Just do it, please.
Lady D is more taller than... Yeah, no one's more taller than Lady D. I eye them both warily, but recite everything as if she had asked. Rose releases a breath of relief once I'm done.
You scared me for a moment there. I was about to call for an ambulance. Are you all right?
Exacerbation soon replaces the dull ache. The memory's a little fuzzy, but the attic and...
There was someone, Rose. In the attic.
Someone? You mean a client? Oh, that's unlikely. It's
The
probably just
Rose
one of the
like our
cleaning
child.
crews.
From
Oh yeah, that
backstage.
that is definitely one of the people that is prospecting the wanting this place.
The boss sent a few of them back this morning for some last minute...
No, not any of those. They're, I'm not actually sure. Wait, didn't I call you? You said you were in the attic when you answered. That's why I went there in the first place.
Both Rose and the lady look at me as if I've grown another head. Did I say something weird? Rose quickly casts an apologetic smile at the woman before the awkward silence stretches on further. It's her saleswoman smile, the same one she taught me back when I was still her trainee. I should show this to troublesome clients or just have to avoid in general, she advised. It's also the same one she gives me when I've done something particularly absurd that may cause us to lose a potential sale. Her eyes are serious when she turns back to me. She takes both of my shoulders, gently squeezes it, and with as much patience as she can muster.
As much as I'd love to have gotten at least a heads up of your arrival, I didn't really get a call from you. You know, signal here is absolutely horrendous. I was in the garden earlier and couldn't even make a single call. Isabella, I'm going to ask again. Are you really all right? What happened?
Dude, I'm trying to tell you.
I don't know. It's all a bit blurry. I remember I was looking for you, but you weren't in the attic. And there's... whoever it is. Then I must have tripped on a rug or something on the way down. Oh no. Do you think someone came in while you were out? You left the main door open!
Ooh.
We are so going to get into big trouble if something gets stolen, Rose!
Perhaps it is a concussion.
Are you sure you feel fine? We could still call for an ambulance. I could cover for you.
No, I'm fine. I'm okay, Rose. I can work.
Wait. Hold your horses, Rose. I can't just miss an important sale because of a minor bump to the head. Well, I mean, if you call falling down like 30 or 40 different stairs. A small bump on the head. Yeah, sure. Yeah. An extremely minor bump. There we go. There we go. I've had worse when I was a kid. This was nothing. I remember when my father used to kick me down 2 flights of stairs.
Just rub some dirt in it, you'll be alright.
That's right, rub some dirt in it.
Besides, if I leave, you'll have to shoulder everything in the open house, alone. And in a mansion this big?
Well, there's also the part where I may lose that bonus BRC promise, but that's completely beside the point. Rose gives me a skeptical look when I return the cold compress to her and push myself off the floor. I have to use the staircase's railings to steady myself, but otherwise, I feel fine.
See? I'm A-okay.
The two of them exchange a worried glance, and Rosa assumes a contemplative look. There we go. Sorry. I bite my lower lip in anticipation if she says no.
All right, you in.
A smile threatens to slip out from me.
If I see that you aren't feeling well, I'm taking you personally to the nearest clinic to have you checked. Clear?
Clear as day, ma'am. Thanks, Rose.
You insisted. But remember what I said. First sign of you looking not okay, and we're off. No questions asked.
It's just a small bump. Don't worry.
You shouldn't downplay these kinds of things. It could be a serious injury for all we know.
Suddenly, a small cough sounds against the walls of the foyer, interrupting our banter. The woman is looking expectantly at the two of us. Her stare is making me shrink back a little on myself. She isn't really intimidating. Well, she is. But not in the scary, negative way. Far from it. Actually, her demeanor simply commands an air of sophistication and respect. In a different world, a younger me would have probably wished to be like her. At our lack of response, she coughs again, lifting a well-trimmed eyebrow at me in question. Words get caught in my throat at the sight of it, and Rose, as usual, swift to catch my blunders.
My sincerest apologies, Miss
McCulloch. Marianne McCulloch.
McCulloch. Ooh, look at that. Trilly Rose Designs. Ooh, interior designer. She hands me Rose. Okay, the words interior designer catch my eyes before the partner flips it over. Oh, probably someone interested in the mansion for its 17th century influences. Then I wouldn't hold it against her, though. Despite the hearsays and remaining uninhabited for years, the mansion's original fittings and furniture have been kept completely intact and restored to pristine condition. I suppose some people find that trip to the past feeling appealing. After all, with what it offers, this place could also have been a haven for people looking to live somewhere with a classic historical charm.
Miss McCullough, I'm Rose Cooper, and this is my partner, Isabella Santos. We're just ironing out a few things, but we'll be starting the tour soon enough. In the meantime, we've prepared some refreshments for you in the parlor while you're waiting. If you could please...
Thanks. There's no need for it, though. I just dropped by for a quick survey of the place.
I've seen enough.
I thought I should check the estate before I meet with the homeowners.
Rose's confusion is impossible to miss when she glances at me, and I return it with an equally perplexed look. And against my better judgment, I blurt out the first question that comes to mind.
I'm sorry. Homeowners?
I should have kept my mouth shut. A flash of irritation crosses her face, but it insistently disappears under a mask of professional detachment.
Yes. Hannah Wright? She hired me to handle the interior design for their new home.
This is the Ermengarde mansion, right?
It is, but...
She pauses, possibly trying to find the right words to fix the awkward situation without offending someone. Hold on a second. Did the ghost call her in? How'd she get her number? What do you guys think? I think we should check with our supervisor. I mean, that's what the corporate thing did.
It's always the plan, Sam.
That is always the plan. Let's play it safe. Let's check with the supervisor, because if the house has been sold, then I wouldn't even be here, because there would be no bonus. Those few moments have given me enough time to clear my head of any nervousness or confusion clouding it.
It is, ma'am, but we weren't aware the mansion has already been sold.
What do you mean?
I almost flinch when she returns her gaze on me, but I stand my ground. Besides, it isn't like I haven't dealt with awkward situations like this before. I may screw up at times, but that doesn't mean I haven't learned a thing or two in the 5 years I've been working in this business.
The mansion is indeed for sale, ma'am. Today's the open house, in fact. However, we haven't heard anything from the higher-ups that a deal has already been closed for this particular property. If you'd like, my co-agent and me can check with them right now.
She nods seemingly in deep thought after I finished. She appears to be a reasonable person anyway. Given the proper explanation, she'd surely understand.
I thought something looked odd. Excuse me, I need to call my secretary.
Thank you for your assistance, Miss Santos.
With a slight wave of her hand, she leaves us. That seems to be the end of it. Both Rose and I breathed a sigh of relief. Disaster averted. I also don't miss the thumbs up she gave me for doing a good job, and I can't help but swell with pride. Still, I've already prepared myself to dial the number to our Luxembourg office and check even if she didn't ask for it. I will be very frustrated if, for some reason, something has already been decided without my or Rose's knowledge. That's a whole new level of unfair. We've been working hard on this. Moments later, Miss McCulloch returns, looking a little frustrated, but with an apology clear on her face. I feel a little sorry for her having to go through all this trouble.
There seems to have been a little misunderstanding with my client. If you'll allow it, I'd like to stay and wait for them here. I was informed they'll be dropping by for the open house today. I figured it'd be a waste to just leave after that long drive. I might as well meet him here.
Well, hold on a second. He said he bought it, but now he's backing out on that? That's kind of weird. He's going to come here? It's getting confusing.
Certainly.
Hold on a second.
You could stay at the parlor in the meantime, ma'am. I'm sure it won't be long before our guests arrive.
Something seems off about that little line of dialogue. I mean, she was under the impression that it was already bought, but now it's not bought. He's actually coming to see it. You think the ghost called her?
I don't know. That's weird.
What do you think, Jess? You think the ghost is up to shenanigans?
And Isabella? I left a few documents in my car. You know where I keep those. Can you please get it for me?
That'd be 2 of the 5. Supervisor comes, that's 3 of the 5.
That's right.
And hurry. We still got a few minutes to double check those papers.
No.
Okay, got
I'm
it.
staying in that mansion. The two of them disappear behind the parlor's doors. Their departure brings with it a stillness to keep me company, neither welcoming nor comforting. Alone, like this, it's impossible not to think of what really happened. I wish the memory isn't as elusive as it normally is. Then again, Rose already said she didn't receive any call from me. Was it just paranoia? A temporary lapse after having heard all those tales about this place? Possibly. I want to think of it as such. Better to think of it as such so I can work in peace. Except a small part of my mind begs to differ, and if I'm going to completely be honest with myself, I want nothing more than to leave this place as soon as possible. I don't know about you guys, but I'm constantly scanning the background as I'm trying to read this because I'm expecting something to pop out.
Yeah, I am too.
I don't know what's in this house, and I don't want to know. The keys Rose have just handed me dig into my palm, its jagged edges creating shallow ridges in my skin from how hard I'm clutching it. It's a reminder of what I still need to do and why I've taken this job in the first place. Hugging my blazer close to my body, I exit the house to get what Rose asked me to get. Just a few more hours, Isabella. Sell the house, get the money. Ka-ching. Yeah. Oh Wasn't expecting that little cutscene. A flock of people have already gathered in the mansion's front yard by the time we officially open the doors. I'm not sure whether I should feel baffled or underdressed standing in their presence. Men and women of wealth and status all dressed up to the nines in fancy suits and lovely dresses of varying colors compose the medium-sized crowd. Their necks, arms, and fingers are adorned with silver, gold, and glistening in the afternoon sun. Some even have ridiculously fancied feathered hats on their heads. Oh, love a good feathered hat. I really hope there aren't any magpies living nearby in the stores. Those birds will have a field day in this. They're murmuring among themselves, looking at the estate's facade appear. I can't read tonight, guys. I'm sorry. Praisingly, with some arguing about whose mansion has the superior architecture. Snobs being snobs. But most of it stops as Rose calls for their attention. They don't look too pleased at being ordered around, but what can they do about it?
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Rose Cooper, and this is my partner, Isabella Santos.
Ooh, Santos.
We'll be taking a tour of the mansion in 2 groups. Please make sure you filled up our sign-in forms before joining a specific group.
Nice.
Those who want to look around the first floor, please follow my partner. I'll be guiding the ones who wish to see the ground floor.
Hearing this, a few wander to me. There are mostly old ladies who seem daunted at the idea of climbing those stairs. Miss McCullough also joins the group, but what really catches my eye is the elegantly dressed pair that she approaches.
It's so nice to finally meet you! When Chief Inspector Lee mentioned that a famous interior designer is in town, I knew I had to get you!
Your confidence in my skills is very flattering, ma'am.
I'm sure you won't disappoint, Marianne.
Oh, you know each other?
Not at all, ma'am.
You mentioned something about a Marianne on our way here, darling?
Oh, yes, I think I did.
That must have been the client she was talking about.
When a bunch of rich sty people all get together, nothing good comes of it.
Yeah, nothing ever does.
Nothing ever occurs.
Nothing. The hors d'oeuvres are not good enough, and the caviar is just, it's room temperature. I might have seen their faces somewhere before, some magazine or the television. I can't quite remember. But then again, most of our guests have likely ended up on the news one way or another. I won't be surprised if they already have. For people who are popular, though, they aren't dressed as loudly as the others. In their simplicity, the couple stands out. The woman in particular is stunning enough to turn the heads of most people in my group, especially the men with wandering eyes. The guy standing beside her doesn't seem to mind them. And if I'm going to be a bit bolder with my assumptions, I'd say he's basking in the attention. Throws up at the husband. He's got his trophy wife, and he's like, yes, I have it all. That's what he's thinking. Both of them, in fact. I think they are brother and sister if it wasn't for their public display of affection. The matching rings on their fingers just cement the fact that they're indeed a couple. My only sunshine. Is that what it says, really? Such a simple ring. See? My only sunshine. Yeah. Whatever. Couple or not, what's important is we get the deal closed before the current owners can even think of canceling the listing.
Wonder if it's like the One Ring, where sunshine is just Sauron's eye glaring.
Oh, it sounds like you know a little bit about the story that we don't, Jess. Maybe we'll choose a different path. Who knows? We'll see. I just hope no one in my Rose's. I just hope one of the people in my or Rose's group is brave and generous enough to buy this mansion. And so, with papers in hand, I lead the way. When they aren't whispering among themselves or going, ooh, over one thing or another, they ask questions. From now on, the restoration process went to the history of this place. I answered them all, more than happy to talk about the art pieces and architecture mostly. You got freaked out like 10 times. However, I'm careful not to mention anything about the urban legend. Not a good material for sales talk, even if the entire population of Luxembourg knows about it.
Some of the furnishings here are actually the 17th century originals, all of which have undergone a painstaking restoration process just to return its original beauty.
Even the glass thing. Colorful ones. Oh, I don't know, but you get the idea, I hope.
Yeah.
Especially that one, ma'am. It is said to be a gift commissioned by the fiancé of Lady Charlotte Ermengarde. The mansion's current owners have specifically requested that the restoration crew take great care in handling it. It's a priceless work of art and the most distinctive feature of the mansion.
Well, appreciate that, Jess. We're definitely gonna get a thrill out of it for sure. By the time I've stopped talking, her attention is already elsewhere.
Isn't this place wonderful, darling? I told you it's not a total waste of your time.
I don't know. Isn't it a bit too small? We might have to break a wall down to have more room.
Oh, spoken like a true snob. It's this expansive mansion. We have to bust some walls down.
Well, I think it is just right. Don't you think so, Marianne?
It is splendid, Mom. But isn't it a little too early to make plans when no deal has been signed yet?
Never mind that. It isn't going to be a problem. We've got a wonderful legal team to handle everything. Start taking notes, though. I think I've got a few things I want changed before we move in.
Probably, exorcism. The rest of her conversation gets lost in the chatter of our companions. I don't want to make any assumptions yet, but their sheer interest is enough to give me some semblance of hope. Oh, please, 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 let these guys be the one. Need that bonus. Eventually, our group reaches the kitchen. Ooh, what a nice stop. Oh, man. You know, I'm actually in love with that kitchen. What do you think? That's a good kitchen. That's a good kitchen.
Kitchen?
I can't. You know I can't speak at night. Much like the rest of the house, a great deal of effort has been put into retaining the room's classical appeal. The open hearth at the end of the room in particular looks amazing, like the ones I've only seen in a fairy tale book. And mad props to cleaning crews. Seriously, after overhearing hundreds of their complaints about how soot and tar staining the bricks and how much pain in the arse it was to clean this thing, they still managed to pull it off. Or make it presentable at least.
The highlight of the room, however, is what's underneath this hatch here.
Lifts it up in bodies as far as the eye can see.
Oh, don't say anything yet. An underground wine cellar.
This is the first time the guy, that's the first time the guy in gray speaks up. Mr. Luke Wright, my memory supplies from the forms they signed earlier. His sudden attentiveness catches me off guard. Since the start of our tour, only his wife has shown any form of genuine interest in the place. But this time, something lights up in his eyes as the mention of the Undercroft. What's so interesting about a basement? I really don't understand rich people sometimes. Right now, he just gives me the impression of a child who has seen what he absolutely wants for Christmas. Are we now? Oh. Is it the Fungin? I've always found it cute whenever I see children act that way, my younger siblings especially. On a grown man? It's almost funny.
Yes, sir. It could house around 7,000 to 11,000 bottles of wine.
Truly? And the room? How was it built?
The bricks that were used to build the cellar have been carefully picked for the purpose of maintaining and preserving a constant temperature and humidity in the room.
Have a great time down there, Jess? Is that what we're going to do? We need to involve Taryn in that one. Bring him down with us.
It's a good place to keep your private collection in, if you have one, sir.
It keeps the corks in good condition.
Oh, love. Didn't you say before that you wanted to make your own personal vineyard? Perhaps you could start one here.
You know we're going to need space for that, darling.
And this isn't big enough?
If it's space you're worried about, sir, the Ermengarde mansion sits on a 46-acre lot. There's plenty of room for it. We were told that the original owners had a horse stable built here before, too.
There's a contemplative expression on Mr. Wright's face, but he doesn't say anything further. His wife, however, seems really pleased that he has showed interest, if only a little. I smile to myself. I may not completely understand how these people's minds work, but I sure as heck know how to spot a buyer with sincere interest. Score, yeah. I can't wait to tell Rose. The rest of the tour goes by without a hitch. After more than half an hour, we're able to cover almost every room on the ground floor and heading towards the parlor. Funny, the first time BRC had to survey the property, I kept complaining to Rose how big it is. Now I can't even bring myself to care no matter how much my feet hurt. Maybe this is just my excitement over a possible sale. That's what I'd say. I'm sorry, that whispering got to me, man. I heard the whispering. I'm like, oh. When we reach the parlor, however, my odd feeling washes over me. Sorry, guys. Just give me a second. That whispering, man. Wow. Okay. It starts off as a small goosebump on my skin, a feeling of being watched intently. Whispers in my ear, and shadows dancing, lurking in the corner of my vision. Dark silhouettes that are gone when I turn to look. A chill settles down my spine, making me feel sick, and I start to break out into cold sweat. I can't do this. I need to sit down for a moment. The old ladies in the group have been requesting for a break anyway. If I can just...
Excuse me, everyone? We will be taking a 15-minute rest here before we visit the first floor. In the meantime, please help yourselves to the refreshments and snacks we prepared. If anyone has any questions, feel free to approach me. I'd be happy to help you.
I let them sit anywhere. I retreat to a quiet corner to recover. It's not what you think. Don't think about it. It's not what you think. I've probably just caught Becca's cold. Don't think about it. I'm left alone for a good while, the same words spilling out of my lips in a silent prayer. Ooh, till a hand taps my shoulder.
Hello, you there? Yes, ma'am?
The abrupt, sudden stop of the whispers snapped me out of it. I'm like, oh man, yeah, I see that.
Oh, look at you! Having to show a group around a mansion this big must be exhausting.
Not a problem, ma'am. I'm just doing my job.
What a hard worker!
Isabel.
Anyway,
right?
Isabel, right?
Isabella, actually. But yes, what can I help you with, ma'am, right?
Please, just Hannah. Call me Hannah.
Hannah? How about Hannah?
I just wanted to ask, how soon are we able to move in?
Oh, Hannah.
Oh, Hannah. My brain completely stops. The sick feeling plaguing me is suddenly gone, replaced by utter bewilderment. Is this a joke? She looks at me expectantly as I struggle to come up with an answer. What's that, D-Roy?
Kind of looks like the lady in the picture.
It kind of does, doesn't it? Oh, they do. They do look similar. Look, the guy in gray and her.
How weird.
It does. Ooh, good catch, D-Roy.
Oh, look, there's your Lumiere.
What?
Candelabra.
Yeah. There's Lumiere. Yeah, the candelabra. Right there.
And there's the clock on the wall.
Oh yeah, Cogsworth. There we go. Mrs. Pot, where you at?
Alright, where's the word?
Probably in the kitchen.
Alright, here we go.
Wait, ma'am, you see... But we haven't even negotiated a price yet, ma'am. We haven't even finished touring the rest of the mansion. A sale would be great and all, but...
We gotta do this by the books, ma'am. She stops me from speaking any further, puts a hand on my shoulder. For a moment, with her tight smile, she looks as if she tasted a particularly sour lemon.
Oh, please, sweetie, don't insult me. Money is not a problem.
Broke out the sweetie. Oh. Ow. That hurt.
And, just between you and me, This place is better
She
off
had
with
to
us
pull
than
that
with
police
some
report.
old lady who'll probably just fill it up with cats.
Damn it. The cat lady. The cat mansion. The cat's hotel. Alright.
I personally don't think there's anything wrong with having cats here, Ma'am Hana. I'm sure there's more than enough space here if you want pets.
Perhaps I'm still not feeling well, but really, what's wrong with cats? More importantly, why is she talking about moving in already?
Well, I'm more of a dog person. But you see, this is going to be a gift to my darling. It's going to be our anniversary soon.
Ooh. Jess is like, honey, I'll push you to die first. Yes. My thoughts exactly.
And it would be so wonderful if you can secure its purchase for us.
Look, a Titanic reference right here. Heart of the ocean right here.
Yep.
Yep. Heart will go on for at least another chapter or two.
Why, I can even offer
And then
something
nothing.
extra if you help us out with the paperwork.
Oh, bribing me. Heck yeah. Dude, take the offer.
We actually have a process for this, ma'am. I don't really think that would be necessary or appropriate.
And just what are you two lovely ladies talking about here? Leaving me and our lovely interior designer to talk here by ourselves. What would the people think, darling?
Oh, it's just small talk, love. I was asking if she could help me with the paperwork.
I try not to wince when her nails dig into my shoulder. Ooh, she's pushy. She is pushy. I can't help but send an imploring look at Miss Kala, who only gives me an apologetic smile and a shrug.
Yeah, I can give you a fact sheet and a form to fill out.
Ooh. Look at that bitch nose.
I know, right? Digging the claws right into my shoulder? Nuh-uh, get off of me. She wastes no time taking the papers from my hand and shuffles through them a bunch. Oh man, Rose is getting to be so angry at me for letting her do that. Oh yeah, Rose is going to be angry, sorry.
Wonderful. And Marianne, I'd really love to talk to you about those changes. You took some notes earlier, yes?
I did, Mom. But I really hope that this time...
Excellent. Hopefully you can help us out too, Isabel.
Isabella.
Right. It's a lovely name, Isabel.
What an absolute... yeah. Okay. I see where you're going. I see where you're going with this.
It's Isabella.
Yes, that's great. We'll be more than happy to put in a good word to your superiors too, and... What's this?
A look of confusion and disgust appears on her face. Turning to her husband, he merely shrugs in reply. Oh, there we go. 3 people.
That's, an interesting work of art. Not to my taste, though. I'm sorry.
Darling, Buttercup, art is a complete overstatement for this garbage. It looks like a cheap prop from a D-list horror film.
There we go.
Shush, love. Let the girl do what she pleases with, what do they call this? Oh, forget about it. At the very least, it's not as dreadful as the one art exhibit I was forced to attend last month. You should have seen it, Marianne. Even you would have been appalled. But I'm sure you'll know what to do with our walls once we get started.
I highly doubt it is as bad as you say, Ma'am. Nevertheless, you can be assured that my team will only pick whatever suits your tastes. Nothing of this chain letter sort, of course. It has to always work with a palette.
You take it back, the hubby dies first.
I'm quite sure chain letters these days don't come in this form.
It's my turn to be puzzled. What do they mean? Rose and I double-checked everything. Are the papers I handed not enough? I want to ask what I did wrong. I didn't want to mess this up. But with the way Ma'am Hannah's leading the conversation, I'm afraid that's exactly what will happen if I do interrupt
That's
her.
good to hear. See, darling, isn't she an absolute delight to work with? I can't wait to see how this place will look when she's done with it.
Oh, you don't have to tell me that, Buttercup.
A smile's back on her face when she turns to me and hands me a strange piece of paper.
I would still put it away if I were you, though. Otherwise, people might get the wrong impression. Anyway, as I was saying...
I didn't hear the rest of what she was saying after that. I can only stare down at the paper, at the letter in my hands. The sides crinkle in my grasp, and my breathing grows labored. Dread quickly fills my mind.
Isabella? Isabella? Are you all right? You're looking pale.
I didn't even notice when Rose's group joined us in the parlor. I want nothing more than to say that, no, I'm all right. I want to leave this place, because I remember everything as clear as day. The letter and that woman in the attic. It's real.
The letter. I'm sorry. I didn't know.
Careless. I've been so careless. How do I even tell them without looking like I've gone mad? Ooh. Should I go ahead and mark it up to 4 people shown? Should I show her the letter? Show Rose the letter or don't show her? I guess I should. Show her? Doom her to an existence?
Yeah, show her. It's like that movie, you know, where you show a video to somebody else.
But if I show her,
You
Rose
don't
will
die.
be targeted.
Right, but then maybe she won't die.
Maybe she will.
It's everybody for themselves, you know. It's like, you know, you wake and watch like the cursed item.
It's a 2-week pizza making me pale.
Makes them do it till like, you know, so they don't die.
That's true, but we'll leave this up to Jess. Jess, what's the option you didn't choose? I'm kind of in particular not wanting to show Rose. I didn't choose don't show the letter. Alright, so.
Rose,
The words are stuck in my throat. I want to tell her, I really do. But is she going to believe me? She already dismissed me earlier. It's a concussion, she said. It's not. There really is something going on in the attic. In that letter, it's going to go after us. Please, believe me.
Dear me, is Isabella all right?
Ma'am Hannah's voice breaks through the haze, beginning to cloud my mind. Rose is looking down at me, worry etched on her features. I didn't even notice when she removed the wrinkled paper from my hands and pushed me down to sit on a nearby chair. From the edge of my vision, I can also make out Miss McCullough's asking a passing food server for a glass of water. Through it all, Mr. Wright stands in the sidelines. Although curious, he appears more inclined to watch the scene than help. They're all as likely to believe me as Rose does. To everyone, whatever's in this house is just a hoax, a cautionary tale for children.
Isabella, do you need me to call that ambulance?
She offers me a drink, but I push it away. I need to get out of here before I cause an even bigger commotion. Clear my head. Take a breath of fresh air. Anything to take my mind off things. No one's going to believe me anyways.
No, I'm just feeling a bit out of it. Excuse me, I'll be back. I just need to catch my breath.
Bowing my head, I mutter a quick apology and I gather my stuff to make a quick exit. It doesn't matter if this place is haunted or not. I've caused enough trouble, and Rose can be quite unforgiving of behavior like this. I'm almost at the door when she catches up
Isabella,
to me.
wait!
Apprehension must have been quite obvious on my face because her expression instantly shifts to something gentler. Eyes softer, a fond smile spreading on her lips.
Hey, I'm not angry.
I know. I'm sorry I ruined this for you.
Come on, you didn't ruin anything. It's not like we haven't ran into any problems before. If we don't get a deal today, we can always try on a different day.
Yeah.
And look.
She hesitates, completely trailing off before shifting her gaze down at her hands, a small gesture to stall. Her fingers are fiddling with a piece of folded paper. It's that stupid letter again. My hands stiffen when she gives it back, but I take it nonetheless, with a more as an automatic response than any desire to have it back. I'll throw it away if I can, but I have this nagging feeling that one way or another, it'll find its way back to me regardless of what I do about it. Horror 101. You try to burn or get rid of the thing haunting you, it comes back. So
it makes it worse.
It makes it worse. Yeah, it does. Not scary swamp lady problem.
Rose, this is... You have to let them know about...
I know you want us to get this sale so badly, and we've made a lot of plans on how to go about this. I mean, who wouldn't? This is the first time I've been assigned to a property like this. I've sold plenty of houses before, but nothing like what we have here. It's a beautiful house. I'd love to get one of my own if I ever win the lottery. But I think... Look, here's the thing, Isabella. If we are going to do this, work on something, I don't know, this big, I need you in top shape. And the way you are now...
My mind stops.
What? Wait, no, I can still work. I just need to get myself together.
Sounds like Rose wants me out of the running for that bonus.
That's what you said earlier. I let it go because I thought, hey, it's your own body and you should know more than anyone how you feel. But after this, I really think you should take a break.
You're kicking me out?
No, I'm not. Look, all I'm asking is for you to take a seat somewhere I can see you, and let me handle this for now.
Yeah.
You're clearly not yourself, and I honestly could use some time not worrying when you'll fall over or not.
Yeah, he was like, excuse me, top shape. Did you see that? Yeah, she didn't see a thing, man. She should have seen that.
The day's not even over, and I'm already feeling the stress.
What are you stressing about? You're just showing a house.
Please, humor me just this once.
She clasped her hands together in front of her eyes, pleading for understanding. And I do understand. To some extent. That doesn't mean I feel any less awful. Whether at myself, or at the unlucky turn the situation is taken, or for her, I don't really know.
I promise I'll give you a full report of what happens after. I'll even let you take the lead tomorrow.
Fine. Okay. I'll step aside for now.
You're upset.
A little, yeah, obviously.
If it's any consolation, I won't tell the boss about today. You know how he is.
She is a bit rude.
Please don't. I don't want a repeat of the lecture I got during my first assignment. He called me a noob, and I don't even know what that means.
It sounds like a gamer. At the memory, we both burst into helpless giggles, earning us strange looks from the guests milling about the door. Talking and laughing like this, it's easy to forget any mishaps that happened. Little things you learn to appreciate, I guess.
So, are we good?
So we're good, yep. I'm still not okay with it, but Rose has a point. It's better for me to step out of this for now.
I won't be able to help you anyways if I keep getting distracted like this. Maybe I'll just take a walk outside or something while I wait for you to wrap things up.
Please, just stay put. I insist.
I'm not an invalid, Rose.
You clearly have not seen how you looked earlier.
It's not that bad.
Color hasn't even returned to your cheeks yet. Just stay here, all right? Let me finish what I'm doing here, and then I'll take you back to Luxembourg myself to have that minor bump checked. At least wait for me to call someone who'll fetch you, okay?
Okay. She's gone before I can even voice one word of complaint. Left with nothing else to do, I find myself drifting back to the foyer. A few visitors linger in the area, some merely enjoying the afternoon sunlight streaming through the stained glass windows. Others can be seen admiring the priceless antiques decorating the room. One group of elderly is gathered some ways across the room of me, is occupied in a friendly banter about which one would cost more to buy. A little argument here, an occasional laughter and teasing there, a smile to myself. The conversation reminds me of what I've just been missing these past few months. Rose is probably right. I do need a break. Maybe this afternoon's hangout will help. Speaking of, I should call Ash. A few hours early from what I've told him, but he did ask for me to call him once I'm done. Besides, I don't have a ride back. He offered, so I might as well take it. Or bribe him into giving me one. Not that he'll ever accept the latter, convictions and all. Personal convictions and all, there we go. Honestly, if there's anything I'd find admirable in him, despite his tendency to annoy the heck out of me, it's that. Well, whatever. A free ride is a free ride. There's Rose's offer too, but despite what she says, I know she'll be busy for the rest of the afternoon, especially without me assisting. Bothering her for a favor as small as this is the last thing I want to do right now. A couple of minutes and a few prayers asking for a decent signal later, that finally connects and...
Shit!
Sup, I'm Ash from Deluxe City. Baggers, watch out, can't beat me. Looking for trouble? Better not lie. I'm a cool dude, pretty fly for an Asian guy. Sup, I'm Ash from Deluxe City. Baggers, watch out, can't beat me. Looking for trouble?
Shit, how loud is this thing even?
I'm a cool dude, pretty fly for an Asian guy. Sup, I'm Ash from Deluxe City. Baggers, watch
A
out,
sharp ringing
can't
fills
beat
the
me.
entire house,
Looking for
spinning
trouble?
repeat.
Better
Soon,
not lie.
enough heads
I'm a
begin to
cool
turn
dude,
surgically.
pretty fly for an Asian
Oh my
guy.
god.
Sup, I'm Ash from Deluxe City. Baggers, watch
Now's
out,
the time to
can't
die?
beat me.
Yeah.
Looking for
Goddamn.
trouble? Better
Close.
not lie. I'm a cool dude, pretty fly for an Asian guy.
He is
Sup,
facing away
I'm
from me,
Ash from
fumbling with
Deluxe
something in his
City.
hands.
Baggers,
But I don't
watch
need
out,
to see his
can't
face to know
beat me.
who's...
Looking for trouble? Better not lie.
Oh, I'd
I'm a
recognize that
cool dude,
dumb
pretty fly
park at
for an
Edinburgh.
Asian guy.
Without bothering to
Sup,
end the
I'm
call,
Ash
I
from
marched towards him.
Deluxe City. Baggers, watch
After
out,
what happened
can't
today,
beat
I'm
me.
really not in
Looking
the mood
for
to deal with
trouble?
this.
Of
Better
all the
not
times
lie.
to...
I'm a cool
Ashton Frey!
What happens next is something I'll surely regret later in having not recorded.
Ah!
He jumps out, letting an undignified yelp, followed by his phone flipping out of his grasp. Can't talk, can I? It bounces from one hand to the other, a poor attempt to catch it, like he's juggling, before ultimately falling flat on the floor with a resounding clack. I kind of feel sorry for the phone. And the floor. But it's not every day you can catch someone like Ash off guard and get a reaction.
Poor Ash.
Poor Ash.
Bring the pretty boy into this, huh?
Alright. Guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end it right here for tonight. This one it's rolling late into the night and we got some things to pull off tomorrow. So we will be streaming this again soon.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for joining us, guys.
Thank you for joining us, and we definitely look forward to hanging out with you guys again. And Jess, we're gonna get to the bottom of this. I think the ghost is up to shenanigans. I think there's something crazy going on. I've got to piece it together. Hey, anytime. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get off here, and we hope to catch you all in the next one.